And listen, George Kambosos, I fight you. I might just go cop some silly shit just cause fine, he was free money. A Maybach truck, a fucking, I don't even know, just cop something silly, a pink diamond, something easy, man. That's free money. But listen, 2025, we turn it all the way up.
Jay with Sportbox TV official. What did you think about Subriel's performance and him?
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I knew he was gonna do what he was gonna do with that bum, so I ain't really watching.
He ain't changed nothing either. He's the same old way. Same guy.
Is that someone that you want next?
Teofimo?
Subriel.
They gotta want me. I'm the champ. I'm looking for only champions. I ain't looking for nobody that's looking to get a world title shot. I mean, look, he's the mandatory. Once his name is called, we gonna fight. That's it. Just like they try to say I duck Matias. I ain't never ducked Matias. Wasn't no offer set for me to fight Matias. Once I became Matias mandatory, he lost. I went and grabbed the belt. Now he's my mandatory. I'm not gonna lose. It don't matter. So once his name is called, we gonna fight. That's it.
Thank you.
Guys, we're gonna talk about Subriel Matias and how he has been ducked pretty much by Richardson Hitchins. And we're gonna talk about that in this video, but first, you thank you for stopping in and supporting me in this channel. We're at 2,100 subscribers. I'm trying to reach 5,000. I'm trying to get this, the channel to get to where it needs to be and what I know it can be. So please help me get there by liking and subscribing. If you enjoyed this video, also comment down below. I'd love to actually engage with you guys as much as I can. So, I don't have an ego. I don't care about, talking boxing with those and having a difference of opinion. I respect all of those who drop in the comment, and I will respectfully always reply back as long as respectful with me. And now let's go back to this situation with Richardson Hitchins. Now, as you know, Richardson Hitchins has won the IBF title, right? So let's back up a little bit, because you see right there in the videos that I played before this that he had a problem with the IBF rehydration clause, right? He was like, I don't feel good about coming in, that light, the next day, right? Like I couldn't go above 10 pounds from what he weighed in the day before. And he was like, with Limos, he was like, he had mentioned in the previous interview, actually, and Vic Season covered this before, where he mentioned that if that would have been Subriel Matias the next day, because he didn't feel right, having to not gain that weight. He actually felt like if he would have been fighting for Matias, his back should have been against the ropes, right? Because he had to fight Subriel Matias, which is kind of weird, because if you think about it, Subriel Matias would be under the same restriction, right? He wouldn't be able to gain the same 10 pounds. So to say that his back would have been against the ropes and Matias is, it's either one or two things. He's too light, he's too heavy for the weight limit. Subriel Matias is that much better than him, or he thinks he's that much better than anybody else, and he can, he would rather be able to balloon back up to a weight bully state. Richardson Hitchins doesn't have a great knockout record. He's a good boxer, but he doesn't have that knockout power. So I don't think he thinks that he can keep Matias, which is, by his own words, he's a machine, right? He's going. One of the reasons why he didn't want to come in that rehydration clause. So he had a problem with the IBF. All of a sudden, when Liam Paro beats Subriel Matias, he's all for, going and making that rehydration clause and winning the title from Liam Paro. Now that Subriel Matias recently won back the mandatory spot for the IBF, all of a sudden, Kambosos is fighting for a mandatory spot. Not really, because he just got ranked number 3, fighting a guy who just came in out of nowhere, right? Last in replaced me, he's number 3, and not because because Richard Hitchins and Kambosos are both on Eddie Hearn, they're gonna skip again Subriel Matias and go straight into Kambosos. Now you see how before he was saying, if Subriel Matias is next, he's gonna fight. We're gonna fight him if he's up next. He knows he wasn't up next because he hasn't called him out. He has not said Subriel Matias' name as a contender, right? So before it was if he's next, the mandatory is next. If he's next, it's just what it is. But he's willing to call out George Kambosos, calling him Kambosos, easy money, this, that, and the other. I'm gonna go, and now you see where he's at, right? He's gonna take the Kambosos fight. He's called out Kambosos, and that's what he wants next. Instead of saying, "Let me get my mandatory out the way, and then we can fight whoever we got after that." No, he wants to go because he knows he's easy money. He's gonna do everything in his power not to fight Subriel Matias, and I think we're gonna go see another dry spell for Subriel Matias. I think Subriel Matias is gonna be, put on the outskirts again. I think that he should force his hand, because Subriel Matias just fought, almost a month ago, and if not over a month ago, And he didn't have a rough fight. He didn't have a tough fight. He didn't get dropped, didn't get anything. He stopped the guy, right? So he had a good showing, and he'll be ready for June. Because like I said, he didn't have to, he wasn't in a grueling fight where he was, hurt or cut or dropped or any of those things. He outmuscled the guy, and got him out of it. So I think that in this case, if they were to say, let's get the mandatory spot, he will be ready for June because he just came up from camp. So his body will be able to get in that rhythm quicker. But it'd be interesting now. It's all up to, I don't know, Subriel Matias wants to see how this goes and see, if they let Kambosos get this mandatory spot in June without making a big fuss. Now, Eddie Hearn did say that it's only going to happen if Kambosos' eye heals in time, and at that point he didn't have to fight somebody else. Still, no mention of Subriel Matias, which Eddie Hearn recently was promoting, where as soon as the Amparo beat him, he went ahead and got rid of him. So at that point now, I'm not sure where their deal lies. If it was a per fight deal, or if you lost in between my deal, you had to win and get back. I'm not sure what that looks like for Subriel Matias. But the fact that Eddie Hearn used to promote him, I don't think it should be too difficult to go ahead and get that fight going, right? So, and that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, at first, listen, I still say that Subriel Matias is not the most technically gifted fighter. He's not, and he's not a great boxer, but he is a puncher. He's a pressure fighter. He's exciting to watch. He's good for boxing in that way, and he keeps finding ways to get back into a winning column even after he loses. So that's a good thing to see a guy coming back after and after again. So, but it's a shame that guys don't give guys like him a shot, right? That he has to do more than most. But Kambosos, he has lost every major fight. Like Kambosos had when he fought Teofimo, okay, fine, he got the title shot with Teofimo, beat Teofimo. Then he went ahead and obviously, went for the big money fight in Australia and got Haney. Haney beat him easily. Then he got a rematch with Haney, and Haney beat him again easily. Then he got a win over a nobody. Then he fought Loma, got another shot at the title, got handed easily, got a easy fight after that, and now got another easy fight after that. So and then he's gonna get another title shot. Whereas Subriel Matias had to hunt for his title shot, got it. Then he dropped the ball in Puerto Rico. I'm not gonna tell you he did because he did. And he had to fight 2 fights now to become mandatory, and then he's not gonna get the chance to fight again for the championship. You see how that goes? It's like, this is where I think boxing alongside with judging is broken, right? Because these promoters, because they promote the same guy, they get to dictate who and what goes where and who fights who, and that's not fair, right? And that's where legal do well in justice and all. But of course you have that pay scale that we thinking is rumored out there that's been released, and also how all that is going to work. But you see where a league would fix that, right? Because you wouldn't be able to just say, well, I'm going to get this guy now because, I promote him, and then that's not fair, right? Because you got other guys that you don't promote that have been there, and now they have to sit out and wait out and be waited out, because Vermont is not a spring chicken. Subriel is pretty, he's in his 30s, and sitting like that around can age a fighter, right? He needs to stay busy, and that's why I say even if Subriel doesn't get this title shot, he should go ahead and fight again, because he should not sit on the sideline. The longer you sit, the more you get rusty. But remember that the more you sit, the more you get rusty. So, especially when you get older. But anyway, I say that for a reason. But again, what do you think? Do you think that Subriel Matias is being waited out? Is he being pushed out the way? Is this fair? Or do you think Subriel Matias is just not making a big deal and won't make a big deal about it because he wants to see what goes down? Because to be honest, if somehow Kambosos were to beat Richardson Hitchins, Kambosos is a much easier fight for Subriel Matias than would be Richardson Hitchins. But let me know down below, what do you think? Is he being waited out? Is he being avoided? Is he being dug? Does he not even get a title shot after this in the IBF? Will any other 140 champion in governing body give Subriel Matias? Because after this point, IBF is the only one giving him shots. And comment down below and see you in the next video. And I'm out. Peace.